violence and other kind of violence.
Get away! I could be at work, at school, in my car, and I can still get shot by the police. But I can get shot anywhere.
So it is what it is.
What's good, YouTube? It's a Black Gen Z Mindset. Make sure you go ahead and like, comment, share, and subscribe. And let's get into the video.
For that, Candace, new information. The man accused of smearing feces on a woman's face at a Bronx subway station is now behind bars after being arrested once again. Frank?
Wow. So I had to catch up with my good old friend, Frank Abrokwa, okay? The Dookie Warrior. All right, the real shitty cuz, if you will. And he's not doing well. He's still getting into trouble. And it looks like he has not let up on the demon time activities.
Frank Abrokwa is being held after a judge set bail at $5,000 for charges stemming from a violent incident at a storage facility in Harlem. The 37-year-old was released without bail earlier this month for the disgusting subway incident and a separate hate crime charge in Brooklyn.
The man accused of smearing feces on a woman at a subway station is in police custody again.
The 37-year-old who was released without bail after the subway incident now facing new charges this morning after a violent incident over the weekend.
Wow.
Fox 5's Kayla Mermilak live in Harlem with those details. Kayla.
She called.
Yeah, Reagan and Robert, the prosecutors say Frank Abrokwa barged into the storage facility, threatened a worker, and chucked a dumbbell through the window over the weekend. What's worse, the violent incident, hardly the only thing the 37-year-old stands accused of. And he has been arrested and released several times, but this time he stays behind bars.
Anything you like to say?
Frank Abrokwa, the now infamous suspect accused of smearing human feces on the face of a subway commuter last month, is back behind bars this morning. The 37-year-old now facing new charges of criminal mischief and harassment stemming from a violent incident in Harlem over the weekend. Prior to this most recent arrest, Abrokwa had been free to roam the streets, despite allegations of that stomach-churning assault in a Bronx subway station.
Allegations which were caught on film.
As well as a separate hate crime charge in Brooklyn. Now accused of violating the conditions of his supervised release, bail is set at $5,000.
I have also the safety of New Yorkers at stake, as well as protecting the rights of individuals who are accused of crimes.
What often seems like a revolving door of criminals has been top of mind for New Yorkers for some time now. Governor Kathy Hochul now confirming last week's report that her office is privately pushing lawmakers to tweak the state's contentious bail law.
We've been working on this for a long time.
The governor is proposing a 10-point safety package, which includes making more crimes eligible for bail. The plan would also give judges more discretion to order bail and detain criminal defendants based on their criminal history and history of firearm use. All of it expected to be included in Hochul's 216.
That's not, I mean, they're not going to do anything. Leave it up to the judge's discretion. Most of these judges are soft on crime. That's really what's going down. This is crazy. This is crazy. A 10-point plan. Look, unless you throw out the whole no cash bail thing, it's OV. And they're making more crimes eligible for bail. It doesn't make sense.
$15 billion budget proposal due on April 1st. But the governor may find herself on a collision course from both the left and the right. New York Republicans want to do away with the state's bail reform law passed in 2019.
Please. I mean, the Republicans got to get control of New York again. Do away with all this lunacy.
Together, while many Democrats in the state legislature have expressed little interest in revisiting the divisive issue.
Well, I have 10 days to work that out.
Right now, New York is the only state in the country which bars judges from the discretion to decide whether or not a defendant poses a public safety risk when deciding bail. If passed, Governor Hochul's safety plan would change that. For now, though, we're live here in Harlem. Reagan, I'll send it back inside to you.
All right, Kayla, thank you. We appreciate that.
I'm here on the corner of MLK and Frederick Douglass, where a shooting just took place. And as you can see, it's a pretty rough area. So I'm basically risking my life reporting on this madness. So make sure you do me a favor and hit the subscribe button. Like the video, hell, share the video. And make sure you go ahead and leave a comment down in the comments section to continue the discussion on how we can find solutions to all this son violence in the streets. I'm Jenquavius Jackson, here live, reporting from Atlanta, Georgia, BGZM News 17.
All right, guys, so we got an update. It looks like our friend Frank Abrokwa is not doing so well on Rikers Island. Somebody got beef with him. He made ops, obviously, because he was a nutcase. And he got some ops, and it looks like they poured boiling water onto his face. So let's get into this article and see what happened. What did you do, Frankie? You provoking people in prison, man? That ain't cool. Probably up to his shitty ways. The sicko who allegedly smeared his own feces on a New York City Staffinger was scalded in the face with boiling water on Rikers Island. The Post has learned Frank Abrokwa's face is expected to have scars for the rest of his life after a fellow Rikers Island detainee splashed him with boiling water late last week at the Anna M. Cross Correctional Facility, jailhouse sources said. The attacker ironically has the last name Burns and was moved to a different housing area following the incident, a source noted. Abrokwa, who infamously told police ish happens after he was arrested for rubbing his own feces on a 43-year-old woman as she waited for the subway on February 21st, had a target on his back following the nauseating incident, sources said. He didn't deserve it, but if anyone was going to get burned, he would be the first one in line, a source noted. Yeah, he definitely did deserve that. The source pointed out the incident could permanently disfigure Abrokwa, and his attacker, who's in custody on felony assault charges, will likely be rearrested on new raps, okay? You can wash ish off your face and remain with the mental scars. When it comes to hot water, you will have physical and mental scars for the rest of your life, the source said. The events that led up to the violent altercation remain unclear. Jailhouse sources noted Abrokwa clearly has mental health issues and has been known to snap at the drop of a hat since he arrived at the notorious jail complex in mid-March. Look at him wrong or say the wrong thing, and he was ready to fight, one source said. Earlier this year, Abrokwa, 37, became a rallying cry for politicians eager to see changes to New York's soft-on-crime bail reform laws after he was allegedly caught on surveillance footage defecating into a bag and whacking it across a woman's face, smearing it in her face, hair, face, and eyes, prosecutors said previously. Following the incident, Abrokwa was arrested and charged with forcible touching, menacing, disorderly conduct, and harassment. But because the crimes are considered nonviolent, a judge couldn't set bail in the case, and he was allowed to walk free. He was finally locked up on March 21st after he allegedly barged into an office at a Harlem storage facility, shattered a glass window with a dumbbell, and threatened a worker, court records state. He currently has another 5 pending cases against him, records show. The Legal Aid Society, which reps Abrokwa, didn't immediately return a request for comment.
Gang violence and other kind of violence.
Guess what? I could be at work, at school, in my car, and I can still get shot by the police. I can get shot anywhere.
So it is what it is.